Hi, I'm Dena Klotz. I'm the Managing Attorney and Senior Counsel of the Encino office of Lagerlof.
And I'm Jamie Gonzalez. I'm a new partner here at Lagerlof.
In Encino.
In the Encino office.
Jamie, what's your specialty?
So I am a trust, probate, and conservatorship litigator. I don't do the planning or the administration so much. I do the litigation side of things when things go awry.
And I do estate planning and trust administration. And estate planning is the preparation of wills and trusts and the documents to transfer things at somebody's death. And then the trust administration is how you implement things when someone's passed away, which is a kind of the counterpart to your litigation.
And if things haven't gone wrong, then Dena's done a good job.
And when things go wrong, Jamie takes over.
And usually Dena hasn't caused the problem.
That's true.
Yeah.
So Jamie, along those lines, what's the most common circumstance somebody's going to come to you?
There's a variety of circumstances, but if it relates to a will or a trust, oftentimes there's a situation where there's some situation with siblings, often, or a step-parent and a step-child, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to distribute the assets. Even if there is a trust, sometimes the trust can be ambiguous, or sometimes certain things could have been done while the testator, the person who created the will or the trust, was alive, and undue influence, or somebody convinced somebody to make changes that maybe they didn't have the ability to withstand and they really didn't want to make those changes, or they didn't have the capacity, the ability to know what they were actually doing. So those are some circumstances when people will come to me. In the conservatorship context, it's usually when there's an adult, somebody over 18. There's a limited conservatorship, which is when you have developmentally disabled adults who need assistance making medical decisions where they live, help with their finances, etc. And then also often older adults who are suffering from dementia, Alzheimer's, or some other cognitive decline that similarly need help with their finances or making medical decisions and things of that nature.
Thank you.
And with your planning, what does everybody need an estate plan, or when would you recommend it to your clients?
Actually, everyone has an estate plan. If you don't have any plan, California has a plan for you, and that's called probate, and I think we've done some videos on that. So to answer your question, really everyone does need an estate plan, and I think people think, well, I don't have a lot of assets. But what an estate plan gives you is it gives you the ability to decide who gets your stuff, how they get your stuff, when they get your stuff. So, sometimes it's a very simple estate plan, and then sometimes we go into more complicated estate plans, and we do actually some estate tax planning and family planning, blended families. And, sometimes it's simple. Somebody has a very simple asset, and we put that into a trust. And then other times it's much more complex planning. But to answer your question, everybody needs some kind of estate planning. You really don't want the state deciding what happens with everything.
And can you deal with issues of minor children, like if, God forbid, the parent should pass away? Can you deal with that in the estate plan?
Yeah, great question. Absolutely. That's something every family, as soon as you have a child, there are a couple circumstances you want to run to an estate planning attorney. You own a piece of property, and to Jamie's point, if you have a child, we want to nominate the guardian, because just like with your assets, if you don't have a document saying who you want to be the guardian, the state's going to make that decision for you, and that's probably where you would come in. And if there isn't somebody appointed, now you're in litigation.
That is correct. That often happens.
So now that Jamie's joined Lagerlof, the Encino office is growing, and because of that, we're moving right down the street to 16,000 Ventura. Very excited. And so if anyone has any questions for us, reach out to either one of us.
Give us a call.